This is important, so no intro, let's just get into it. Mistake number 1 is believing that better gear equates to more skill. Now, one of the biggest misconceptions in sim racing is that better gear will make you faster out on track, and I can tell you with full honesty, trust me as someone who has all the gadgets, that couldn't be further from the truth. You see, while having high quality equipment can enhance your experience and will provide more precise feedback, it won't substitute for outright skill, practice, and experience. Many beginners fall into the trap of thinking that investing in the most expensive gear will make them faster on the track. However, the reality is that skill comes from countless hours of practice, learning the tracks inside and out, and deeply understanding the car's dynamics and how to race against others. Ultimately, high-end gear can and will offer a more pleasant driving experience with higher immersion and a more premium feel. But these advantages really are marginal compared to the foundational skills needed to excel not just in sim racing, but in racing in general. For instance, a top-of-the-line direct drive wheel might provide more detailed force feedback, but if you don't know how to interpret that feedback and adjust your driving accordingly, it won't make you a faster driver. Moreover, mastering the basics such as braking points, cornering techniques, throttle control, and racing lines, just to name a few, is crucial before even considering an upgrade. That's why many pro sim racers started with basic setups and only upgraded their gear as their skills developed. In fact, many professional esport drivers, even some that I know who race in the official NASCAR Coke series, are racing on Logitech G29s and Thrustmaster T150s, and these guys are literally the best of the best when it comes to oval racing. So instead of going to spend on the newest direct drive sim racing wheel in hopes to get faster, join online leagues, compare what you do on track versus what the absolute best do, and race against more experienced drivers to learn and improve. All of that's to say, focus on improving your driving skills first, use what you have to its fullest potential, and as you become more skilled, you'll be able to appreciate and make the most out of more advanced equipment. In general, just concentrate on building a solid foundation of skills, and the performance gains will follow naturally, regardless of the equipment that you use. Now, the second mistake, and related to the first, is that when you are ready to upgrade your gear, you upgrade other things first before your pedals. You see, although upgrading something like your wheelbase or steering wheel will greatly increase the immersion and your enjoyment, in reality, nothing compares to the in-game performance jump you see when you upgrade your pedals to a good quality load cell set. This is because load cell pedals provide a level of precision and control that is crucial for consistent lap times and effective braking. Load cell brake pedals measure the force that you apply onto them rather than just the pedal's position, which results in a much more realistic and responsive braking feel. This also allows for better modulation and finer control, leading to a more consistent and faster lap times. Ultimately, good pedals can transform your driving style by giving you the confidence to brake later and more aggressively, knowing that you can control the brake force accurately. In return, this improved control can make a substantial difference in your overall performance, allowing you to extract more from your car and improve your lap times. In contrast, however, upgrading your wheelbase or your steering wheel might improve the feedback and feel, but these changes are often more about enhancing the immersive experience rather than directly impacting performance. Now, don't get me wrong, the tactile feedback from a high-end wheelbase can certainly provide more information about what the car is doing, but without precise control over your braking and acceleration, you won't be able to fully utilize that information. Therefore, when planning your upgrades, prioritize pedals over other components. Invest in a set of quality load cell pedals first to see a significant improvement in your driving performance, and only then consider enhancing other parts of your setup to complement your improved skills and take your sim racing experience to the next level. Now, if you want to know what gear I recommend, including some pedals, check out this video titled Sim Racing Gear I'd Buy If I Started in 2024, which I recently released. Now, on the subject of sim racing pedals, mistake number 3 is that when you do have a capable load cell brake, you need to make sure to set it up to your taste and preferences, and don't just set it at an extremely stiff configuration just because you've seen or heard other people do that. The stiffness of your brake pedal should be tailored to your preference and physical comfort, and just because your pedal can, for example, withstand withstand up to 200 kilograms of force, it doesn't mean that you should have it in that configuration. A pedal that's too stiff can lead to discomfort and fatigue, ultimately negatively affecting your performance. Now, you might often hear that professional racing drivers are running extremely stiff braking configurations, but that's also because they have a ton of G-force assisting them as their entire body weight is acted upon the pedal. In sim racing, that's obviously not the case, so don't be silly. It's essential to find a balance that works for you, so start with a moderate setting and adjust gradually until you find the sweet spot that offers control without causing strain. Now, moving on to mistake number 4, that's going to be not using resources, mainly software meant to assist you. Speaking from my experience on iRacing, for example, there are tons of great free third-party services like Crew Chief and SimHub, among many others, which provide in-depth telemetry information, a customized spotter, track maps, proximity radars, and so much more, which greatly increase your on-track awareness when racing close to others, as well as giving you important information about your car. For example, look at all of these incidents that I had before I was using any of that software.
No. What was that? Okay. How? No. Oh my god.
Using the spotter that I have via Crew Chief now alerts me the second someone is in my blind spot, allowing me to no longer make those silly mistakes. On a smaller 4th monitor on top of my setup, I also have SimHub giving me more important information, mainly a track map in my race position, but all of that can be customized to your liking. So again, take advantage of these types of things. It's not considered cheating or anything of that sort. If anything, you're just cheating yourself without it. And now the final mistake, and arguably the most common even with the most competitive esports drivers falling victim to it, is to simply enjoy the hobby. Sim racing is far more than just trying to be the fastest and spending hours chipping away from your lap time. It's also about doing things that you could never do in real life, like driving your absolute dream supercar around the California canyons, cutting up traffic in a Lexus LFA, drifting, rallying, strapping on a VR headset and enjoying a relaxing drive, cruising with friends and communities, and so much more. It's not just about racing and stressing over your stats, so sit back, have some variety in the driving that you do, and you'll be avoiding burnout. Something that is just far too common in this hobby. So in conclusion, avoiding these 5 common mistakes can help you get the most out of your sim racing experience. Focus on building your skills, invest wisely in your gear, use the resources available to you, and most importantly, remember to have fun.
Oh my god, I hate this game!
Please note that I've linked anything I mentioned in this video in the description, along with other relevant resources, so make sure to take a look. But with all of that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, thank you all for watching, stay safe, and have a fantastic rest of your day.